Hi there, folks. I'm Gene of RPG, and welcome to the latest playthrough on my channel. This is going to be a commentary of Final Fantasy IX. Folks who are familiar with me, the very few of you, will notice I said commentary and not let's play, and that's because this is a little bit different. With me, I have a special guest.
Hi, my
Special.
name's Lacey.
Yes, this is Lacey, my bestest friend in the whole wide world.
Your bestest friend?
Bestest friend ever. Even better than that other friend. You know the one.
I'm gonna
Anyway,
tell
though,
you said that.
Anyway, though, the people watching this don't know who, but they don't need to know about her. Anyway, so, yeah, we're going to be doing a collab commentary. This is post-commentary. I've already recorded the footage for Final Fantasy IX. But before we start talking about Final Fantasy IX, I want to get a couple of things out of the way. First off, I want to get our experiences with Final Fantasy IX elaborated. So, Lacey, what is your experience with Final Fantasy IX?
So I played Final Fantasy IX recently. It was the first time. You sent it to me for Christmas, actually. Hyped it up, and I played it up till a certain part where I took a break and I never got back to it because I couldn't remember where I was. So I believe I've been through about a third of the game.
She's been... I know what part she's left off on, and it's not a third of the game. But it is a good ways in. Okay, so where I've been playing Final Fantasy IX since the day it came out on the PS1, so I know it like the back of my hand. I do want to get another thing established while these poor women are drowning in a boat. What's your experience with the Final Fantasy series as a whole?
I've been playing Final Fantasy since I was a little kid, so over 20 years now. Right now, I play on the Final Fantasy 14 MMO.
It's
got a new expansion coming
fantastic,
out.
by the way.
It is. We play it together. I'm actually Jean's FC leader, which is basically a guild leader.
Yeah,
and we
she's
have
the
a lot
boss.
of fun. I am the boss. I'm good at being the boss.
Anyway,
But I've played 10, 10-2, S8, quite a few of them.
quite a few of them. How many
Quite a few of
before 8 have you played?
Before 8?
Yeah, like,
I'm
have you played...
not exactly sure.
You're not exactly sure?
I'm not really sure. I think I've played 4.
You think you played 4. Alright.
I think I played 4.
So is it safe to say, and I'm going to use Sonic terminology, that you're more familiar with the more modern Final Fantasies than, say, classical?
That's true, yes. I would say I'm more familiar with the more modern ones.
Alright. So, I myself have been playing Final Fantasy since 1. That was the first one I played way back on the NES. So, I'm a little bit more familiar with the classical Final Fantasy games. So, I'm going to be pointing things out to Lacey, such as that was a monkey going through a door.
I do recognize that was a monkey.
Okay. Alright, so Final Fantasy IX, like I said, it's my favorite Final Fantasy. To get a little bit into how it is, I guess, it's basically a giant homage to the classical Final Fantasy games. It was the last one made by the people who, or by the person who made, I believe, 1 through 6. And so it's very different from, say, the more modern ones in how everything is.
It reminds me a lot of like the old RPG games like Chrono Trigger, maybe a little Legends of Dragoon.
Yeah, exactly, actually. Here I'm showing that you can switch the window color. Even though it's easier for me to see white on blue, I like the gray better. Something I didn't do is I didn't change the battle speed to 100% because admittedly that is a problem with 9. The battle speed is a little bit slow.
That was something I struggled with, was the battle speed.
Oh, you struggled with that?
I did. It was kind of hard for me because in the newer RPGs, you can usually set it to, slow, medium, or fast, and I usually set it to fast.
Mm.
But I'm also used to being able to, hammer that A button and cut through those cutscenes.
Yeah, you can do that, but I wouldn't recommend it. Oh, look, they can carry 8,235 tons.
Oh.
So, general rule of
I didn't even
thumb
notice
with...
part of this.
I'm sorry, what?
I didn't even do some of this when I played.
Yeah, I was about to get into that. General rule of thumb with Final Fantasy IX, look all around. If you see an exclamation point, push the action button, I'm going to call it, because this is the Nintendo Switch version of Final Fantasy IX, as opposed to, well, the PlayStation version.
I really like how they've got so much details on the characters. Like, they tell you what their dominant hand is. Just details that you might not think is necessary in a game, but really kind of brings it, to you. Like, you get to know the character.
Yeah, indeed. It is very immersive. That's one of my favorite things about Final Fantasy IX is... Oh, no! Lacey! It's a dragon!
I love dragons. What's wrong with dragons?
I don't know, but it's a dragon! We must defend ourselves. No, though, Final Fantasy IX is extremely
This part
detailed.
right here is what through the entire game was just frustrating for me. The long load time into the battle.
I will admit, the load times in the Switch version of this are actually notably longer.
Oh, really? They're longer than the PlayStation version?
Yeah, they are indeed longer. All I can think is it has to do with the graphical update, because the graphics are improved from the original PS1 release.
This is an improved graphics?
Yeah, these are smoothed out, improved graphics. I can show you.
Oh, wow.
I can show you a picture of the original PlayStation version later if you want. It doesn't look that
That'd be
different, but
really
they are updated. Okay, so another general rule of thumb for Final Fantasy IX: the main character is a thief, so you want to steal stuff.
Yeah, I've always thought in games that allow me to steal from my opponents, that I want to steal as much as I can.
Yeah, well, that's the general mentality, right? You can get free stuff.
Yeah. Well, in video games, stealing has a different connotation, because if I just went up to a random person and, IRL, and said, hey, let me see what's in your pockets, and took their sword, we might have a problem.
Wow, see, there's your problem, Lacey. You're asking them. You just gotta stick your hand in their pocket.
Okay, you know what? When you come to Texas, you stick a hand in the pocket and see what you find.
Well, hold on. Whose pocket?
I'll let you decide.
Oh, boy. Okay. Okay, so this first fight against the dragon. There's one important item that you want to steal that already happened because I'm attacking your boss now. And that's the Mage Masher. That's the next best weapon for Zidane, the main character of Final Fantasy IX. Really
I had
stupid.
no idea.
Game.
I didn't get that myself.
It's really good to get it now. You can get it later. In fact, that's something I'll say. Stealing is actually completely optional because you can get all this stuff through other means. Oh, it wasn't a dragon.
Bunny thing.
What'd you say?
It's a rat bunny pig.
A rat bunny pig.
He looks like he's part rat, part pig, and part bunny. See, his name is Baku. That's like Baka. That means he's stupid.
But he's not a baker.
Baka doesn't mean baker. We've had this conversation so many times.
I love that joke. Anyway, so the Mage Masher is the next best.
That's one way to start a meeting.
I'm sorry, what?
That's one way to start a meeting.
Yeah, dress up like a dragon, beat up your team. Makes perfect sense. Okay, so here we're getting the lowdown. It's our battle plan to kidnap the heir to the throne, Princess Garnet.
I like how he's using a doll.
We'll learn a little more about that doll later, but as you may be reading, we're gonna be kidnapping her via distraction.
My favorite kind of kidnapping.
I wasn't aware you've done this before.
His name will be Blake.
Yeah, I know. Isn't that so sad?
His name is literally Blake.
He's also got a belt over his eyes, but we'll see that later.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. And so, because I'm following closely along, this is when we kidnap Queen Bran, right?
I like what they call her.
Yeah. This game is very humorous. So what I'm doing here is showing that if you continually select Queen Bran, Baku keeps getting more and more pissed off. I believe you can go up to 20 times and have him say new stuff, but that's going to take a while. So instead, we're going to pick Garnet and kidnap the most babylicious beauty in all of Alexandria, as he says, who is 16. I'm sorry, I find that rather creepy.
I just want to point out the language is so from the 90s.
Oh, it is. It definitely is. This came out.
My baby Vivi.
Yes,
Aww.
This is. Even though we're not going to learn his name in this part, so thanks, Lacey.
I don't care. Look how cute he is.
I think I can get away with saying Vivi is probably the most famous character from Final Fantasy IX.
Oh, absolutely. I don't even know any of the others. Or did before I played.
I was going to say, everybody knows who Vivi is, and it's because he's adorable.
All the black men, you mean?
He's also just such a sweet kid. That is a big sword.
I gotta love the soundtrack in this game as well. That's one thing Final Fantasy has always really done well, is they have beautiful soundtracks.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Final Fantasy IX's no exception. I will admit there's some songs that I'm not super crazy about, but for the most part, I love the entire soundtrack.
Well, it's a nice part of video gaming, and sometimes I think some developers don't realize how important sound is to games.
Oh, yeah,
because
music can make
it's really annoying. Like, there's some games that the sound is just, like, it's so annoying, or there's some dungeons we've ran where the song is so repetitive that it completely takes you out of the experience.
Yeah, definitely. Soundtrack can make or break a game. Here we learn Vivi's a klutz. The poor kid, he trips all the time. Anyway, let's explore Alexandria as Vivi. First, we talk to this old woman, whose name is Old Woman.
She's working hard for the money.
Actually, I think it's for her grandkids. Yeah, see, spoiling them grandkids. She does work very hard and makes very little, though. Although, poor Vivi, he's gonna fall again. Yeah, I do it. But
There's
Grandma
so many
does
little
indeed
nuances.
work very hard, so let's check under her bed and steal her savings.
That doesn't seem like a very nice thing to do, Vivi. I do not approve.
So, yeah. Generally, that's how Final Fantasy IX works. We go around each place, and we pilfer and steal everything. Okay, so the game's obviously wanting us to head north or up. We're going to go down and instead go to the plaza. And we're going to talk to this guy, Nikolai. Oh, well, that wasn't very interesting. I'd like to point out, this is a bird lady.
She is a bird! That is so cool! Is the other one a rabbit?
You know what? It might be. I can't tell exactly what it is, but it might be a rabbit. I would not be surprised. Behind the statue, we find a potion. And I'm trying to get to where I can actually examine the statue, because it's not... That exclamation point's not just for finding items. You can get some additional insight into the world. Such as, this is a heroine statue of General Madeline, who fought in the Ninth Lindblom War in 1389. She died when she was 20-something.
Wow.
And I saw that exclamation point. Come on, where is it? There it is. We got a Lizard Man card. We'll be learning what those do. I think it's in this part. No, I'm sorry. I'm mistaken. We learn about cards in the next part. Anyway, now let's... I'm sorry, what?
You said in the next video?
Yep, in the next video. The rat kid just ran into us.
Ah, how rude.
The little
Very
fuck.
typical of a rat, though.
I'm sorry, what?
Said very typical of a rat, though.
Yeah, that dirty rat. Okay. Oh, it's a penguin.
It is a penguin! How did I not know he was a penguin?
It's a penguin noble.
Oh, so cute. Gotta love the penguin.
And over here...
I like how there's animal creatures and human-like creatures just all, like, chilling.
Yeah, I know. They're animal people, like this hippo, who's named Hippal.
That's funny.
And nobles are so
Spiffy.
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 We're gonna step into the bar because, well, there's this...
Are we old enough to be in the bar?
Shh. As long as we don't drink, it's fine, okay?
Male red mage.
Yes. The red mages don't actually have names. But they do have
Wow.
cowboy hats.
Okay, then.
And this is Ashley.
It's nice to see red mages in this game because before they introduced them during Stormblood in Final Fantasy XIV, I had actually never seen a red mage.
Yeah, red mages typically only really in the classical Final Fantasy games. For reference, they were in Final Fantasy 1. They were in Final Fantasy 3, which we never got until the DS. And they were in Final Fantasy 5. And then that's pretty much it until 9.
Well, I'm glad they brought that back.
Indeed, because they're fantastic. I love red mages. And we have a ticket for the latest play in Alexandria. I want to be your canary.
That sounds vaguely familiar.
Yes, indeed. I want to show, though, this is the item shop. You can purchase items here if you really feel you need to. I don't recommend it because, well, we're not going to be needing items for quite a while. Also, we're poor.
Don't buy things to fix your house because you're too poor.
Exactly. Instead, we steal them. So you're going to be tempted to go straight to the ticket booth. You want to actually avoid doing that right away. Because there's a lot of stuff here in Alexandria that we won't be able to do if we go straight there. Here's the florist.
See, and I did that, which I was very upset about. I went straight to the thing, and it moves you to the next part, and I was like, oh no, I wanted to go, like, look at stuff.
Ooh, Hippal has 3 precious cards hidden in a safe place.
My precious. It's not a great Smeagol imitation. I'll work on it. Look at the little girls playing jump rope.
Yeah, I hate jump rope in this game. In real life, it's fine. Tiring, but fine. Anyway, we want to head over here first before we go to the ticket booth. And we're going to go rob a little girl's savings. I mean, why not? We already stole Grandma's savings. Why not the little girl's? Also, eye drops.
Oh, you're going to steal someone's eye drops that they need to see? That's awful.
Yeah, she'll be fine. We stole... I went through that a little quick. We stole her 3 gil. Which is nothing. There is nothing in the game that costs like less than 50 gil, so 3 gil is nothing.
Building up a savings, that's all.
Yeah, I guess. So, well, this place looks nifty. But if we head around back... No, wait, it's to the right. I'm sorry. No, wait, I thought it was back. No, it's... oh, I'm lost. There it is. We find a potion.
Knows the game inside and out, he says.
Hey, I know the game well enough to know that this is where Hippal's secret treasure is.
Ooh, an Ironite card, and it got all of his cards. You put all your treasure in one spot. That's a good way to get your treasure stolen.
Well, in reality, only one of those cards is any good. Well, and even then, not really. Here we learned that you don't want to try and sneak into the castle by boat because, well, go figure, they have the castle guarded.
Why would Vivi try to sneak into the castle?
Because they want to watch the play. Come on.
Mish-powered ships?
Yeah, I mean, those newfangled Mish-powered ships, back in my day, they were only powered by boats. You did.
Poor kitty.
Yeah, Tom's sad.
Oh, there's a little girl.
Yeah, She's looking for us because we stole her money. We'll see that guy making the sign later. All right, is this what I talked? Yes. So this is a mini game, and depending on how many times you successfully jump rope, I'm a pro. You can get various items. I'll put on screen what these items are, but me and Lacey aren't going to know because I didn't do that ahead of time. Sorry.
But I must know.
But I want to know. That's a fish man and a cowgirl.
Does that mean that's a red mage?
Yes, that is a female red mage.
I like the skirt.
City people are scary.
City people are very scary, baby. I live near Dallas. City people are scary.
I don't know. This fish man kind of freaks me out. He's also smoking. And if we talk to Hit Paul, oh man, somebody stole the cards I hid.
You don't have an option to give them back to him?
Oh no, they're ours. They're ours. No, we don't give stuff back. Come on, Lacey, you've played RPGs.
Sometimes you have fetch quests.
This is true, and we'll be seeing one later. But
what would an RPG be without a fetch quest?
Indeed. I believe we still don't talk to the ticket booth guy. Instead, what do I do? I'm lost. Okay. Instead, we're going to go into these shops that we are not going to be able to purchase from.
Telling your son that you're running out of money and you want him to come home? Don't think I'd come home either.
Yeah. Here's the synthesist. We'll learn more about that later. They worked their rear ends off for 30 years and they can finally attend a play.
Well, it makes me sad knowing this play's just a cover-up. I hope we're good at the play. I hope we're worth the 30 years.
Well, we'll see this. Is it next part? Yeah, it's next part, but I think we do pretty well. Anyway, now we're going to talk to the ticket master. The ticket master. But
the pointy-haired boy. Oh, we're the pointy-haired boy.
It's the pointy hat boy, yeah. we don't know he's Vivi yet.
You ask about Queen Braun, and they say, oh, well, she has a pretty daughter.
Yeah, and then you say, who's Princess Garnet? Okay, that doesn't tell me who Princess Garnet is, just that she's 16.
Mm-hmm.
Is Princess Garnet really that pretty?
Uh-huh.
Tell me about Queen Bran.
Is it Bran or Braun?
I am not sure. It might be Braun because, not to spoil too much, there's another character named Beatrice. So it very well might be Braun.
Tantalus, like the Tantalus parents from 14.
Exactly. That's where this is the game that those are from. What is I Want to Be Your Canary about? This play is a tale of romance between a noble and a peasant. You really must see it. Okay, well, let's show him our ticket. What's odd about the ticket? No! It's a fake.
Oh, I bet you that rat boy stole it. Or switched them.
You know what? I wouldn't be surprised. That damn dirty rat. But he gives us a couple of cards. I'd like to point out 2 of those cards are the same cards that were part of Hippol's secret treasure. But we'll learn more about Final Fantasy IX in Part 2. Stay tuned.
See you then.